And Bells really is the gateway to this special part of the coast, and it is spectacular. It always delivers. We've got tricky conditions out there this afternoon to kick off the opening round of the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, presented by Bonsoy, and the last heat of the day.
Not really of any consequence. Let's have a look here at the replay of Callum Robson. He almost has to do a little check, cut back, wait for the wave to stand up here, get some nice speed down the line. Just see the wave just racing off in front of him, and he doesn't really get any open face opportunities to really click and connect.
Callum Robson, 25 years of age, from Evans Head. Here goes Xavier. He looks a bit deep on this one, so a couple of throwaways for him. But Callum, I think, comes back to the CT, Rick, and obviously the local fans are out here in force on a chilly afternoon down here, or they'd probably call it tropical. He ripped this wave.
He certainly did. You can see there's a new energy on this wave, and Xavier just brought it all the way through to the inside, and really good read. A couple of nice opening turns. That was a nice carve on the inside. You don't often see a big rail carve in these sections closer to the shore. But Xavier did well to find these little pockets, and then bam, gets a little tail drift to finish off.
In our group, because he's been on tour for a year, so he's been giving us all the ins and outs and booking all our accommodation and stuff. But
like you said, he's got this air game that he just taps into when he needs to.
Well, here he goes. Let's see if he can get himself in this heat. Bit of foam on the face. Negotiates it reasonably well. Would have loved to have set that rail a little deeper, but he'll stick with it and see if he can't come home strong here. It's a tricky one to serve. He's not loving it at the moment, but he'll take it right through to the inside now and meet that ski.
Oh, no.
Doesn't get that final turn right. The wave sort of flattened out on him just a bit.
So right here, let's check the replay. So Callum screaming down the line here, gets this first little hook, and at this point he's still looking down going, okay, there's points here. A little bit of foam on the face, and then he's just waiting for it patiently to stand up again. Right here he's going, oh, this thing hasn't produced good scoring outside, so I need to make it count on the inside. I'm already committed. I've got to keep going all the way to the end. No point pulling off now. So he pushes it extra hard for that final turn. Has just made it just difficult for him to finish that last manoeuvre, excuse me.
Back to live action now, and Xavier goes looking to back up that 6.17. Nice and explosive out of the lip, but he pushes a bit hard there and comes unstuck. It's a little caught on the roof. Yeah, get involved in fantasy surfing. My team is taking a beating in the bracket this afternoon. Tried to go with the not so obvious picks, but I'm getting punished for it, Rich, as we see Callum doing a bit of punishing himself. Couple of big hits off the lip there. This wave is starting to get away from him, though. Neither surfer really running away with it at the moment.
Just positioning himself in the lineup at the moment. A couple of good sets coming through, but he really does have the opportunity here to put a lot of pressure on Cal with a decent score. If he can drop another 6 or a 7 or even an excellent scoring ride at this point in the heat, it's going to start making things really difficult for Callum.
Well, here he goes. He sees something in this ride, even with that foam on the face. Knows this location well. Rips in. Full torque as he grinds his way through that opening carve. Now getting back out onto the open face, working this one over, pacing himself for a big finish here. Bashes through the lip, didn't quite get on top of it, but it's still going to be his second best ride.
He didn't need to push too hard, and he surfed the wave really well. Smart wave choice. Let's check out the replay here. So Xavier just getting a nice carve to snap, and then nice drive off the bottom and another big swoop off the top. So a great 3-turn combination out through the Bells Bowl section, and then it stood up well on the inside.
Medium-sized wall, looks a little cleaner than we've seen him on, so let's see if he can make good use of it. Nice pocket jam there. Gets onto that toe side rail, draws off the bottom, whips through a nice carve, and now loads up again. Really clean work here on the rail from Callum Robson. Let's see if he can put a finish on this one. This is already looking like his best wave, and it's come at a perfect time. Still 9 minutes on the clock, and he calls for the ski. But great work on the outside.
Really smooth. As we check the replay, the Rip Curl replay here, let's have a look. So just puts on the brakes, gets himself right in the perfect spot for that first opening turn drives hard off the bottom, big swooping slash. Look how patient he is off the bottom here, and some clean water to work with. A big wrapping cutback. And some rail transition work through the inside. Again, hits the brakes, waiting for it to stand up again. Little missed time on this inside section, but still all the points are going to come from those opening 3 manoeuvres.
The young guns are on the CT, the rookies, the wild cards, and Xavier's going to try and keep that story rolling here as he takes off, looking to improve on a 6.17 here. Can already hear the crew, the local crew, the Torquay Board Riders Club getting behind this guy as he rolls through to the inside now. Just working it over, doesn't make that link through to the inside.
You're behind the rest of the crowd. Here we go.
Here we go. He's got to keep paddling to get into this one, Callum. He does well to get over the hump and lines up this first section. Beautiful floating re-entry, but that's all.
And he's having a look at this little insider. 6.48 is the number that he needs.
Finds some space, loading up, has the speed and has the moves that can fetch those big scores, but this one flattens out on him. That's all he's going to get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Bummer for Cal. You know, this one stings for sure, and he'll be setting his sights on WA. But mate, Xavier Huxtable, what a heat for him! This is huge, and you know, the confidence that this puts in his mind for the rest of his year. You know, this is all a bonus for him, getting the chance to compete at this stage and at this level. Just sort of solidifies that he should be here.